Disclaimer: I do not own FNAF or My Hero Academia. All right, let's get one thing straight. Some say my voice is low. Uh, let me look here. If you ask me, my voice is pretty high right now. Cause, well, why else should I bring it up high? And also, if you hear in the background, there's things going on in the background. And that's because things are a lot higher in the background. It's hard for you to hear my voice. It ain't my fault. I try to keep my voice as high as possible without screaming. And those who still say that my voice is low, and very much say that, bro, why are you mumbling? Yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm not the only one living in this goddamn house. So first of all, if you don't know about having siblings or family members in the house, then you must be a loner. Second of all, I'm not just alone in this goddamn house. You have to understand, I'm with my family. So have some respect at least for those shits. And third of all, I don't give a fuck. If my voice is low, okay, cool. And if you don't like it, you can leave. I don't give a fuck who thinks who. I don't give a fuck if my voice is low. I don't give a fuck about anything else. If you don't like it, leave. I really don't give a shit. I don't give two shits. Two shits, no, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. And also, shut the fuck up, please. And actually get some headphones if you can't hear my voice. Okay? Cool. Now that's out of the way, let's start this video. So, what did you say? That any ideas? FNAF 2 or second location? Izuku says yes. Cassidy says second. There are more locations. Juniors. Junior what? Juniors. It's a place. Huh. That's interesting. So Juniors is like a Halloween place? No, it's like a location of the pizzeria that came before this one. It's a lot bigger. Oh. I have a question. Yeah, what is it? Why are you here then, in this small pizzeria, and not over at Junior's? Cause there's some things that just, well, happened. By the A7? How do you, I don't want to say, but I'm just gonna say that, there's some things on the news, you know? As she nurses her eyes at him. So you know about Chris's death, Afton family, his fall, and the bite, and the murders. Yeah, pretty much everything. You know everything about us, but we don't know anything about you. How's that possible? All we know about you, you're a dead 14-year-old. Not 14, I'm a 16-year-old. 16-year-old disappeared 30 years ago. And all I really know is your name, Izuku. You don't give me your last name. No, I don't. I don't give my last name. For reasons unknown to you. Who I was, and what I did, and what I loved was none of your business. And it will never be your business. What I am now is what I am now. If you don't like it, well, I don't give a fuck. Are we gonna go there or not? Because really, I have as he points to his wrist, time to get to. Even got a watch. Cassidy says, huh. The one's a floating spirit. that is 6 or 7 year old. I'm not 6 or 7. Yeah, but why you look like one? Listen, I can see I conceal my age. And why is that? When after murderers, you were older than is expected. How old were you were murdered? 17. 17? Then how is it possible that you were... They said that 5 children went missing. You're a teenager, not children. Well, whoever over Fazbear Entertainment, it doesn't matter the age, except unless you're an adult. In Fazbear Entertainment's eyes, if you're not 18 or older, well, 21 or older, you're a child in their eyes. So pretty much. Huh. I thought it was a little bit, now it's 18 and older. Because you can drive a car. Most of your rights are, given to you around 18. Really? Yeah. Really. What about drinking? No, that's still 21. Damn it. That's what he says. What? I was close to being 18. So was I. I just had, 2 more years until I was murdered. And my so-called murderer is not actually my murderer. It's a puppet to a very, 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 very mature and mature murderer. Man, that sucks. Springtrap sucks. I guess. You look at him. Why did I not have an animatronic form? An animatronic form? Yeah. I have one. You do? Because I only saw glowing white eyes when I first saw you. You changed to a more human form. I'm not really happy of it. And what's wrong with the animatronic? Before Fazbear Entertainment closed, they took some measures, some changing measures. These days, children get smarter, and time is going on, and let's just say they had a weird phase after 1987, at 1995. They made us more goofy. Goofy, weren't you already goofy? Most of you just animal robots. They made us more human, close, very close. I don't get it. What are you so afraid of? As Sassy's body starts to change, it should become her true age. 17. Oh, so you're true age now? Yes. I need to become my true age to show you my true my animatronic form. Why is that? It feels strange. Okay, why are you dragging it on so much? Let's just say animatronics became more humanoid instead of robots. Humanoid? Yeah, humanoid. I have to say you're probably the only animatronic that actually stayed, well, animatronic. Because they couldn't find the spring body suit to change it. Zuka's white eyes would look at her as, hey, I still don't get you. as shows out a glow, or a soft yellow. And in her place was this. What the fuck is that? This is what they changed us into. Ezekiel would look up and down as, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? What the fuck is wrong with me? Wait, am I getting aroused? But that's impossible. I'm dead. How am I getting turned on by this? As he feels something in his lower areas. Huh? Wait, it's still there. I'm just gonna, as he really try to look her in the eyes, but it's very difficult when you're showing a lot of cleavage. I mean, a lot. Only thing that's really hiding is that, well, your little blouse, little dress blouse, and that bow tie, and and let's just say that it had a weird phase, and that was the phase. Was this just the only thing that happened during that phase? No. Most of, well, I guess you can say, the animatronics that were women, were changed to mature looks for, well, the teenagers. Because the teenagers kind of stopped coming around the deaths of the missing kids. And more children started to come around little. They wanted all kids of every age to come around, so it made them a bit more mature after about 87. And this is what they did after 1995. You're kidding me. So most of every animatronic is now humanoid. This. Yes. That's what I felt earlier when Mrs. Afton jumped on me. Now I'm scared. I have a question. So you said that you know someone from the second location, from juniors. Yes. Were they changed as well? Pretty much. Who else is left? A few of us, really. There used to be a abundant amount of us until they started cutting us down. Well, more of us started being cut down for some reason. We don't know why. We just started disappearing. First Freddy, then Bonnie. Chica, the last time I heard of her was a few years ago. She's fine. I know she's out there somewhere. She's okay. And the fox, he was dismantled. I found him like that. Their souls were freed though. Come on, let's go. As they would leave the pizzeria and start to walk towards juniors, the location where juniors are. So most of the animatronics were scrapped. Very much. And how much of you are left? Not a lot of us, actually. There's only a handful of few that I know personally. Puppet, Mangle, Tochika, and some others. Yeah. As they would arrive at juniors, and very much. So, this phase is to attract the teenagers, right? Yeah. Did it Work. Oh, it worked. The male animatronics were changed to be more jacked. Huh. Now that's just freaky. They added a other program. They added some new programming for the teenagers when they wanted to get, well, alone. Huh? They would go that far? Yeah. To bend in their moral codes just to get customers. They got customers, alright. They still were, child friendly. And they tried to keep it that way, and it actually worked for a couple of years. Few hundred years. Until they closed down again. What happened then? It just closed. People stopped coming, and, entertainment was forgotten completely. You sure about that? Yeah, sure. Well, I don't think so. Why you say that? Well, when I was still alive, there were some rumors about Fazbear Entertainment coming back. It says they were going to come back may take them a couple hundred years. Or a couple century, But it was rumored that they were coming back. Bigger and better than ever. With a brand new spanking, animatronics. So you've seen that there might be Fast Entertainment might come back to light. Yep, pretty much. I wouldn't doubt it if they wouldn't stay closed. As very much looking around the pizzeria, they would look around. Zuko would say, Springtrap, so where is this puppet, as he finger quote. Follow me. Going to a certain side of the pizzeria into a small prize corner. As he picks up a present, gift box, opens it to see the Bonnie plushie. Huh. Well, that's something. So, where's the puppet? As she points to the box. You're kidding me, right? Who would say in a box? Oh, it's a puppet. Or else do you think puppets would be? A huge gift box. How original. And very weirdly unique, I guess. I don't know why they would put a huge box here. I see you walk up to it. But, sure. Why not? It's not like anything's going to be in here. But as he looks towards her, to a very serious voice, if anything kills me, I'm gonna come back and haunt your ass. Sure, I'm serious. I'm gonna come back and beat you in your damn sleep. I swear to God, I better not die. As he turns towards the box again, okay. 3, 2, 1. I see opposite as his eyes would widen, seeing this. Then was looking at the woman in the box. She'll look back and say, Afton? As his face starts to turn red, very bright red. Nope. As he closes the box. Nope. Mm-mm. Nope. Nah. Springtrap? Ass. Go if you would ask. No. Mm-mm. No. Just no. 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 Forget it. Nah. Nah. Mm-mm. No. Nah. What the hell? Mm-mm. I don't take one of you. I can only take one of you. Not two of you. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I have a problem. Right? See you later. I was going to the bathroom to deal with his arousal. After about an hour or two, Springtrap would walk back to the main party room. Okay. I'm surprised that it stayed completely intact. I thought it would have been, well, thought it would not have been recognizable. I did remember feeling being completely torn apart. But I guess it was just really, really close. As he walks back in, seeing the two animatronics, says, "What the fuck?" Seeing the two, a white and pink fox and along with the puppet dressed. "Oh, you're here," Good Freddy says. "Three of you?" As his eyes start to twitch rapidly. "Why are there three of you? What the fuck is going on? And why are they in a very sadistic appearance?" As, calm down. It's alright. Just keep it cool. So if Pink Spot will walk up to him as she'll give him a good look. "You're not Afton, are you?" "No shit, Sherlock," Springtrap says. "Do I look like a child murderer?" "I'm not a child murderer anyways. I'm not that cruel." That's very much what it takes a couple steps back. Springtrap would look at them and sing. "Now, I have a question. Why the hell?" He starts to hold his head. Alright. Okay, let me ask you a question. So this happened during your little Fazbear Entertainment's little incident. Well, maturity incident. "Yes," Puppet says. As he constantly continued to hold his head and saying, "Okay. I'd say a couple things. One, they were going through some hectic things and their mind must have been somewhere else and not thinking of, maybe this is a bit too immature for the young children and all. We can live without some older kids, you know." Or two, whoever remodeled you all were just huge perverts. I mean, really, really big perverts. I mean, just look at you. Now you start thinking, they must have been really big pervs. Because I know a couple people would have done this. Huge breast, big ass, like what the fuck? As I have something else to say. Why the hell is just why? Didn't you not fight back at least? No, we were shut off. Shut off? So you were just turned off and you woke up magically like this? You didn't bother of, tearing yourself apart? Mango say, "No, I was already a big mangled mess," as she kind of confused by her words. But I kind of enjoy it. Now that I think about it, I got used to it, so it's not that bad. At first I was kind of terrified. Having my original, kind of similar to my original body, but it was close. But a few differences. Like my bust size was a bit it's just a bit smaller, but still, I'm okay with it. I just took a look at them. I don't believe a word you said. Okay, I'm here to answer some questions. As you'd say, what do you know about Afton? Charlie would, or the puppet, would look at him saying, why? I want to hunt him down and beat the shit out of him, maybe, and maybe get my revenge and, answer some questions, some personal questions. Alright. Well, Mr. Afton was, my uncle. Huh? He was my dad's best friend. He was actually my godfather in a way. Well, he was my godfather. Past tense. Past tense was. So William Afton is your godfather? Yes, but he's not anymore. He lost it right after he killed me. That must be bad. You don't know the feeling. As she walk up to him saying, now why do you want to know where he is? I already told you why, and some of the questions are personal. As he'll take a couple steps back, well seen about Afton. His goal was immortality. He loved his job, loved his family, loved his wife. Pretty much, he loved everything about himself. And saying, when did you start noticing where he became more mental? This is when Mango would say right after Chris's death. How did you know about that? I was one of Chris's friends back then. It was a long time ago. How interesting. So, you're saying that it was after his youngest death? Yes. You sure? Well, that's what we got through it. Cassie just said he's always been insane, just hit it without a smile. Or he couldn't push the edge, Bagel says. Yeah, he didn't. You don't have to be pushed that far to kill. Huh. That's what you say. You killed so many guards before. Mango says, now that is not our fault. We were in a phase. A phase. What phase? Because if I remember correctly, as he pulls a notebook right out of nowhere, out of thin air, the girl will be like, what the fuck? As he starts to write down, he starts to read off the notebook, you have killed at least 780 guards. Night guards, actually. And that is just free Fazbears. Where Cassie's pizzeria is. 789. Damn. You guys are bloodthirsty. As the juniors is at least 80. Not 80. Damn. 300. You guys are really bloodthirsty. And Fredbear's is absolutely just 5. Then Free Fazbear's is actually the highest, 400. As he closes the notebook. So he asked me, I think you're in a more of an incident of, I'm going to murder everyone because of my death. You know? Don't talk like you haven't murdered anyone either. Oh, I've murdered 22 people, at least. because if I remember correctly, one called me a stupid shit, and the other one did something to me. I don't know what they did. I think they did to my systems, and my systems just completely, you know, killed him. So one was me just being caused something. I just beat the shit out of him until, well, he died. And the other one was something happened to my systems, and so that wasn't me. So I only killed one person because they called me or something. So not my problem. But you guys just did out playing revenge, wanting your murderer dead, which is really petty. Like, goddamn, you killed at least over 1,000 people just because you want to get your murderer. Yeah, I get your soul want to be free and all, but you ever thought of sparing people or asking the people around for help? We didn't want to bring anyone else in our problems. Puppet says, if we did, we could have caused some things, and we didn't know that the guards were trustable. Mangle says, and if they weren't trustable, we just killed them. That's why we didn't really bother with the guards. So you're just saying that you only killed the guards, you didn't even ask for help. Not from the guards or anyone else. No. We only asked for one person, Cassidy says, and that was Michael. He was questioning getting us to our murder to Afton, and pretty much we got along well. Until he was what? Killed. Puppet says, how? Only Mrs. Afton knows about that. Mangle says, yeah. Kathy says, only Claire knows. She's the only one who knows what happened to Michael anyways. And how he died. So it looks like Mrs. Afton knows about Michael's death. I have a feeling that she's responsible for his death somehow. I don't know, but I have a feeling. Do you... And also, anything else why would you want to become immortal? Immortality? You wanted his family to live on forever, and I guess he did talk to my dad about it. It was my dad completely said it was insane. Puppet says, huh, that makes sense. Alright, that's thanks. I see close to the notebook. So, where do you get these notebooks? Mango says. Oh, let's just say it's called magic. Bullshit, Cassidy says. Okay. It's an ability of mine that Remnant gives me. I can just pop out anything out of thin air. As something appears in his hand, boom. See? Not the problem. As it disappears. Was writing notes your hobby? As precisely quiet. No. I said in a very dark voice. It was not. As in his whole mood would change. Now, what else? Was anything more information? After he lost Elizabeth, he changed. Mangle says. Elizabeth? You mean his middle child? Yeah. How old was she when she died? 18. Huh. That's something. So she died when she was 18. How? Let's just say Mr. Afton's inventions were questionable. They had a feature. Only one who really knows about what they did or what they were used was Mrs. Afton. No one else can tell you about her. It looks like I'm going to talk to Claire then, as Zippy says. Where I used her first name right there. I don't really care. So, Mrs. Afton. Huh? Okay. And you know where Elizabeth is now? No idea. Charlie says, as it goes up towards the puppet. So, who are you anyways? Charlotte Emily, William's best friend's daughter. And you're supposed to be his goddaughter. Why the hell would he kill you? I don't know. But he lost the privilege of being called a godfather after that. And your father had a personal vendetta against him ever since. Personal vendetta. Daddy gets mad because his daughter's dead. Things start to fit. But why kill at all? Why after one little incident? After two incidents, one was made private and the other was, completely whole. If he was saying this whole time, why did he not just murder you earlier? He could have murdered you guys anytime. That's what we question to this day. Cassidy says he could have murdered us anytime he wanted, but he murdered us later on in our late teenage years. But why murder teenagers? Wouldn't children just be easier targets? Children were easier, yes, but I guess they had a bit more spunk. They were more vengeful. I think so, Cassidy says. But so were you all. You murdered innocent people. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna have to go to Miss Afton and see why. Alright, as you start to walk towards the exit, as you walk along and saying, what are you doing? I'm going along with you. Okay. As Puppet and Charlie, Puppet and Mango will come along. So you're all gonna come along with me, or you're just gonna stay here? As I said, we're gonna go with you. Coming along, huh? How peachy. More people to come along, or eventual ones. As he would start to walk towards, leaving the pizzeria to go towards the Afton residence. After about an hour of walking, finally made it towards the residence, opening the door. He was walking. No knocking, nothing. So, no knocking? No. No need. And, why knock when you can just walk in? And if anyone wants to rob her, they're just gonna die anyway, so why have a door? There's no point. If you're literally immortal, there's no point in having a door. So yeah, as you continue to walk. Makes sense. Minkle says that she will follow along. Freddy and Puppy would look at each other because they would Just shrugging his shoulders. Okay. Follow along. Finally, hello, Zuko says, as Zuko would scratch one of his ears. So, she's not here. That's strange. Where else would she be? She couldn't be anywhere else. Looking up, saying, okay, she's not on the ceiling, then where the hell is she? As he would hear something above me? No, I checked. There's nothing above me. But is there upstairs? As you go into one of the hallways and see there's stairs. As you look behind to see Mango pop in and go for just waiting for him to go. Huh. As he was about to walk up the stairs and see at least 4 rooms. Walking to the one at the end of the hall, opening it, seeing that she's sitting on the bed. Seeing that her appearance changed. Oh, goody. How comfortable. As he'll walk up to her, he would tap her on the shoulder. Her purple eyes would look at him, saying, yes. I have a question, and a lot of questions. So you got Mango and Charlie, huh? Yeah, I did. Now, can I be asked the questions, please? Sure. Alright. What's your first one? What happened to Michael Afton? Let's shoot sigh. He was killed in an underground facility. How? Scooped. Gordy would turn or lean her head questioningly. Scooped? Yeah, scooped. Belora says. He was scooped very much dead afterwards. How was he scooped? How could he be scooped? There's literally no way to scoop somebody with a spoon. The scooper. Izuku will look at her questioningly as, what the hell's a scooper? Izuku says. Bulwer says, I barely know what it is either. All I basically know about it is a giant claw-like thing. It basically scoops your insides and makes them your outsides. Their eyes would widen in horror, as Zuko would say. Suggest. As he'll make a motion with his hands cuffed as thrust forward and pulled back. Yeah, like that, Laura says. You're kidding me, right? As she would slowly shake her head, no. And how does it work? It just scoops whatever's in front of it. It can scoop animatronics and humans. Why animatronics? That, she says, I do not know. How do you know Michael was scooped anyways? Because I was one of the animatronics that killed him. Zuko would be shocked, saying, so you tried, but actually, not tried, but you actually killed your own son? I didn't recognize him at first. I thought he was William. So, me and Elizabeth scooped his insides and outsides, and we became another entity Me and the other girls became an entity called Entered and entered his body like a suit. So we basically scooped his insides and made him a walking flashback? Walking flesh suit. And let me guess. You probably ditched his body somewhere, didn't you? Yes, we ditched off eventually. It was hard to tell because it was just like a whole haze. We were all one, and it became its own entity. And after we split, we, well, became ourselves again. I don't know. After that, there was a fire, and a fire exists. Yes, a fire. One thing I did remember is see William. He was in a suit similar to yours. I did hear his screamings, calling for Michael's name. Then burned. Fazbear Entertainment found us and rebuilt us completely. But they did. They rebuilt us completely, but we were put in the back. And that basically it. I didn't know what happened to Freddy, Foxy, and the others. Me and Elizabeth were the only ones left. We didn't know anyone's still alive. We have a mental connection with her. Mental connection? How does that work? It's more of a gut feeling, you know? You have a feeling that, you know, she's still alive somehow. But you don't know how. So you just know that she's alive, but you don't know how. Huh. In words of Elizabeth. The last I heard of her was a month ago. She said she was going to look for Michael. Hasn't returned. Did she go look for her father? She used to be obsessed with looking for him until she found out the truth and pretty much wanted to kill him. It was hard for her because she was a daddy's girl, huh? Bloro nodded her head. She was everything to William. After she died, he just broke down. He didn't act insane, like at all. He just made himself more distant. Just a little bit. He still cared for Chris and Michael. But after Michael's prank, he just became a little bit more distant. He became a lot more distant. And that's when he murdered the kids, Cassidy and Charlie. He didn't seem like he looked insane. He seemed as normal as usual. Calm, cheerful as ever. He didn't seem so cynical. But he had a energy to him that felt different. Do you know anything that could have done anything to him? Nothing I know of. Alright. Do you know if Michael is actually dead? After burning the fire, he's dead. He said to his fate. I remember seeing him. It was like he didn't bother running. He had a chance to. So did Henry, but they both died. Henry became a spirit. Michael was already dead, so the remnants of him burned away, so his life was lost. But over time, Remy gets stronger, has a more resistance to fire. But it's still weakness is still fire, though. It has to be a higher melting point. But you only lose the properties of remnant, not itself. True, Ballora says. But there is nothing remaining of his body, so he was dead. Zuko would start to scratch his chin as, okay, he's dead. No way he can come back. Anything else? So, do you know where he could have been? Or anything that he left behind that can show where he is? William? Yeah, anything that could show him where he's been. Nothing. He's off the charts. I don't even try to bother finding him anyways. Why not? He's your husband. No, he's not. What? What happened? After Elizabeth's death, we got a divorce. I only stayed around for the kids, nothing else. Huh. So, nothing. Nothing. Zuko was starting to think, so if he's not here, and Michael's dead, where would he go? Is there anything that he would have left, like small little clues? Anything that could have been recognizable as him? He always left a golden badge where he loved the color purple and gold. Anytime he had anything, he always had a golden badge, at least golden badge, as his eyes would widen as he would remember something from his past. His mother would always have a golden badge on the fridge. Zuko's eyes would widen as in horror. Fuck. As says, alright, we're going to Japan. We? Mango says, yes, all of you are coming with me to Japan right now. But that's halfway across. I don't give a fuck. You're coming with me, like it or not. Sorry, Mrs. Act, but you have to come along. Can't leave you here anymore. Can't be rotting here. As he'll grab her hand and start to push her out the room, along with the other three women. Get moving. Let's go. As very much they would head towards an airport nearby. But what about Elizabeth? I'm sure she would have caught what I'm thinking is right. Every day I went to a pizzeria. I used to go to a Fazbear entertainment pizzeria. You used to? Yeah, there was one around when I was alive. It still was operational, but it closed around my 9th birthday. Every time I went there, I always remember a man. I don't remember what he looked like, but I always remember one thing. He wore purple. He was young, at the same age as my mom. Very much, she said he worked there. He used to go by the name of, I just sort of think, Vincent. Vincent. Vincent, Claire says. That's William's middle name. His middle name? Well, his half of his middle name. What's his full middle name? David Vincent, or Vincent David, either one. What's his full name? William Vincent David Afton. Huh. So he went by that name. Very much they would go as they would arrive at an airport. So how did he get in there? There, as he points to a large box. That is filled with weapons. Exactly. They wouldn't bother looking through it because they were going to seal it up. We're going to bust out of it when we get in the plane and we're taken into Japan. Once it opens up, we're going to leave the box there and we'll make our way out the airport once we arrive in Japan. That is insane, Mango says. I'm not sure that's safe. Oh, it's going to be safe. It's not going to be safe, but it's the best way. We can't go in the plane as passengers like this, and especially if you're looking like that, as he points towards them. You look worse than us. Izuku says, I might look worse than you all, but look at you. You're still animatronics though. And you'll attract attention too. Just look at yourselves. You're literally just something waiting to happen. If you have any other ideas, please tell me now. The four women would look at each other and still say, no. Good. Let's do this. As they'll jump in the crate, and the crate will close. Very much. Now all you gotta do is wait. How long is this ride gonna take? At least 7 hours. 7 hours? Which Puppet says, I'm not sure I can hold on that long without moving. You used to go nights without moving at all. I'm sure you can wait 7 hours. Or is your new functions just not gonna let you stay still for 7 hours? No, we have to keep moving, at least keep our gears working. Cassidy says, that's bullshit. You're animatronics. You're not even living beings. Claire says, we need to move because we're semi-human. Semi? Yes, we have our traits. And one of our traits is, well, movement. It makes it a lot more flexible. And that makes you flexible, okay? It keeps us going, and we need activities to, well, keep us occupied, so... Oh, Izuku says, and what are those activities, quote unquote? As they would have a light tint of red on their faces. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, Izuku says. Yeah, sorry, Claire says. kidding, right? Charlie just shake her head. No, we're serious. Do you do it to yourselves at least? Cassidy says we try to control the urge, but it's really hard to control it. We put it to the back of our minds every day. We've been holding it back for at least 500, 700 years, Claire says. So it's kind of really hard to resist. Huh. That's something. So you can't keep it to yourselves. You just have to rub it on someone else. Ming says, just don't blame us if you get raped, okay? Raped? I'm not trying to get raped at all. You just keep your hands to yourselves. I'll stay on my corner. You girls stay on your corner. Is that a deal? Deal. Good. I'm gonna take a nap while you guys stay over there. As Bishop will deactivate while the girls will just stay looking at him. At least a couple hours later. About 5 hours later, he'll reactivate as he would feel something that is really heavy. Like, it's really heavy. What the hell? Why does it feel so heavy? Looking down to see them all laying on him, sleeping. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He wouldn't feel anything numb. Nothing feels numb or anything. Okay, looks like they resisted their best, but looks like the only thing they can really get close to is cuddles. As his face turned red, I guess I'll allow it. Even though they're really, really close and they're, well, little friends are, oh, not really little, they're really big friends. They're just pressing upon me. Just stay focused and just wait for 2 more hours. After 2 hours, the plane would land as he wake up, as he would gently shake them all. Claire would say, what time is it? It's about time to get up. Yes, slept on me for too long. Sorry, you couldn't resist, Fingal says. You resisted as much as you can. Just never do that again. Because when I woke up, I thought you actually raped me. Oh, we could have taken advantage of you, Cassidy says. You look so peaceful sleeping, though. So we really tried. Maybe next time, let's not be in a box. Yeah. Point taken. As I opened he would kick the box open, very much leaving. Once the plane landed, they would open it through the side and start to sneak away and sneak out of the airport. After about 30 minutes sneaking away, they're about on the streets of Japan. Japan's bigger than I thought it was before, last time I remember, Claire says. Oh, it's bigger. Bigger, right? So, Claire says, where are we going? My house. As, follow me. Why your house? I think my mother was seeing William. Claire would be shocked, saying, your mother? Yeah, you're not jealous? No, I'm not. She fell in love with him, that's her. Sometimes it's hard to resist him. Huh. It must have been. As they arrived at Zuko's apartment, Zuko kicked down the door, saying that it's completely empty. As they also had to look through things, Seeing that the last room is, well, his, seeing that they're all arriving as, well, Claire would want to open the door, but she knew that she didn't have the right to. Claire says, so, do we go in or not? It's been 30 years. So I guess as he opens the door, they would arrive inside seeing it's all still pretty much filled with All Might. They would look around as very much, as Cassie would smile. Say, so you're a fanboy, aren't you? I admired All Might. I still really do. Hero journals for the future? Hero Journal 12. As very much you say, don't read that, please, don't read that, please. I beg of you, just don't read any of my journals. Please. Very much, Clara opened his wardrobe as, why did you open my closet? Sorry. She would see something, she'll pick it up. Aw, look at this. I would see a small little All Might costume. As completely being frozen in shock, seeing that I thought I threw it away. Mango says, that's so adorable. You were so small back then, weren't you? Papa says, you really were a fanboy from the very beginning. I'm not a fanboy, I'm just an admirer. It's not being a fanboy, I'm not a fanboy. Cassie as she was sitting here in his ear, you're a fanboy. No. No, I'm not a fanboy. I'm anything but a fanboy. I'm just an admirer. Yeah, admirer. As Zuko would look down, look at his, under his bed. So he would pull some things out, very much going through under his bed as he would pull a box. After opening it, he would see some old photos. Going through his childhood, seeing a smaller box, at least in a medium-sized box, opening it again, you'd see it's another stack of photos, but with a mask. Picking the mask up, it would be a fox mask. As very much Claire would ask White as she would walk up to it, picking it up. How'd you get this? She would ask him. She would look at him. Zuko would stay quiet for a bit. What was that? Saying, what does that mean to you? Zuko says, it's Michael's mask. But how did it get here? I used to wear it, Zuko says, when I arrived at the pizzeria when I was younger. As he put the small medium box on his bed. I remembered that that's the first time I met William or Vincent. As he put the mask down, that's the first thing he gave me. He said I reminded him of someone important. I wasn't so confident back then. I was a bit of a shy child. Very much we got along like father, like son, in a way. I guess he would say that he was my father in a way. Even though that we were blood related. He was a very close one. I knew my real father. He left me and mom when I was quirkless. This was just a year after I was quirkless when Vincent came to our lives. He brought happiness to our family. Mom and him started dating. And very much before I knew it, they stopped. Well, that's what she told me. I know she didn't stop singing. She continued singing and, well, she was gone for 9 months. At first, I didn't know why I was at my childhood friend's house, Kachan's, with Auntie Miski and Uncle Masaru. I didn't understand why, but now I realized that she was pregnant. They had a kid. But I didn't realize it. Still surprised me. I'm still quite shocked that I had a sibling and my mom didn't tell me about it. I guess me going through being quirkless was just something on its own, and my face was just a lot bigger than she thought it was. She didn't want to make me an older brother before, I was prepared enough. So I guess she kept it to herself. So now I know the reason why she was gone for so long, seeing my siblings, or sibling. Cassidy would snarl in anger. So he had another child with your mother? I guess he did. They really did care for each other. I cared for William, but he didn't show it for me. Of course, said he didn't really show it at all. I think he only went for it because he had to. He wanted to have a family, but he didn't see me as the perfect person to have it with. But I guess he saw your mother as someone that he should cherish. Guess he'll pick up a note as very much she would look at it. Opening the note as very much opening it as he would start to read out loud. Dear Izuku, I am supposing that you're reading this because that you are dead in the future. Believe me, I didn't mean for your death to happen. It was an accident. I lost myself. It was just meant to be your so-called best friend's death, actually. He was supposed to die. I planned it from the very beginning when I saw you and your mother. So I suppose that you're probably reading this in the future when you're dead. You might be angry with me, vengeful. I can understand. And you might realize some things. Yes, you have siblings. 4. You had 2 when you were only 7. Then you had another 2 when you were 13. Me and your mother separated. Well, she told you that we stopped seeing each other, but we kept on seeing each other in secret. She didn't want to put that burden on you being the older brother. She knew that you were being bullied by Bakugo. I knew it. We both knew it. She wanted you to tell her, but you didn't. You never did. You kept to yourself. You didn't want to worry her. And I can understand that. Believe me, I tried to make your life better in every way possible. But I guess I just made it worse as usual. Izuku, I love you as my own son. I loved you more than anything in the world. There was nothing I could have done. If I could have done something else better, I would not have made this choice I made to kill off Bakugo. I would have just left it alone and just gave you what you really need. Someone to look up to. Someone for you to understand. Someone that you need to let go on. Someone that all the pain that you can release it on. I know you're still very vengeful and very angry. And also tell Claire I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the way I treated her back then. I didn't mean to. I want you to do one thing for me. Take care of her. She'll be needing you more than ever. Very much, I wanted you to be happy. So I've had some things done. Every time you came around, I made sure to keep an eye on you. I made sure you never got into the problems from my past. I did murder those children, and at first I didn't regret it, but now I do. I regret everything I've done, and I can't stop now, so I just keep going. Very much, I made a mental link with you, so you would know where everyone is. I made the link with Claire, with you and Claire, along with Elizabeth, along with Charlie and Cassidy and Mangle. I made this link because I knew that they would have been something to you at least. I want you to take care of Claire. Make sure that she's happy with you, because she's gonna need you very much. What else? Of course, you're going to be more than just a guardian angel to her. Eventually, I did something to you. I very much made a connection where the connection would get stronger after you, well, supposed to marry her. Once you married all of them. After that, very much, the connection would be stronger than ever. And your mother, she's doing just fine. Yes, she's dead. I brought her back, and she's okay. Your siblings are alright. They're alive. They're still pretty much young because of the remnant going through their veins. They age a lot slower. Very slow. I can't tell you where we are. Sorry. But I can only give you clues of where we've been. And you know where those clues are. Take care, kiddo. Love, Vincent. Zuko would have tears going down his face to say, so he did really care. But still, you ruined my life. You ruined my life, but you tried saving it in your own way. I guess I forgive you. but I still have some questions to ask. And a lot more just popped up in my head. So y'all heard what I read, huh? Yeah, you kind of read it out loud, Cassidy says. Good, because you know what the letter just said about us. Claire says, I don't really mind. As long as you're something, it's alright. It's kind of lonely. So I'm gonna see if Fazbear's Fright's still around. Fazbear's Fright? That's the pizzeria I was in. I burned it down a year ago. As they will leave the apartment going towards Fazbear's Fright. Seeing that it's actually completely okay, but does have some burn scuff marks. So it's still standing to this day. Looks like it's been completely reinforced and rebuilt, and some places rebuilt. Opening the door, well, the back door, as they would very much see the guard's not there. It's 7 p.m. Looking around, you now wonder, so were Fetch and the wolf pack burned down? Or are they still here? As then he was supposed to see something on dialogue. As he would see a robotic wolf-like dog. As they would be surprised to see, what the hell is that? Claire says. That is Fetch, as at least 5 more would run by. And this is my wolf pack. As he scratches Fetch's head. Hey boy, how's it going? Alright, Zuka says towards them. I know all you, but you do not know about me. True, Claire says. Alright. I guess it's time to get to know me.